Sometimes the world appears to us as reliably arranged and entirely clear. The light of a lamp instantly fills the room, flowers exude fragrance, birds are singing, and everything feels ordinary. But only when we look deep into the very core of matter do we begin to realize that this familiarity is merely a surface impression. In the micro world that governs atoms and particles, everything works differently, by the laws of quantum mechanics, at times paradoxical and strange. It is this astonishing, almost mystical realm that turns out to be the force intimately connected with biology and even with our perception itself. Let us begin our journey with the sense that seems the most natural and simple, the sense of smell. Smell is a true quantum mystery. Odor molecules, like secret agents, carry information to receptors in our nose, but the mechanisms of this interaction remained unsolved until quite recently. It turned out that the classical lock and key model, where molecules simply attach to receptors, could not explain the phenomenal sensitivity and selectivity with which we perceive sense. The revolution in this field was set in motion by Lynn Matthews, an American biochemist whose scientific career began at the University of California. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, she proposed a hypothesis that smell depends on quantum tunneling of electrons, a process where an electron leaps across an energy barrier without physically overcoming it. This idea shattered traditional thinking, provoking both excitement and skepticism at once. To test her hypothesis, Matthews and her team conducted a series of unusual experiments. They synthesized molecules identical in chemical structure, but differing in atomic mass, replacing hydrogen with its heavier isotope, deuterium. These molecules were repeatedly introduced into the nasal cavity of laboratory animals and volunteers, while next-generation ultra-sensitive electrophysiological and photonic sensors recorded the activity of olfactory receptors. The results were astounding. Olfactory systems could distinguish molecules of different mass despite their identical chemical composition. In other words, living beings detected these molecules by scent, though the difference was minimal. This can only be explained by quantum electron tunneling, the process where electrons, as if jumping, bypass energy barriers without crossing them classically. The electron tunnel enhances sensitivity manyfold and accelerates recognition, making our sense of smell one of the most refined quantum biological instruments. Again, this provided direct proof that the process of odor recognition is triggered by electron quantum tunneling, a movement unaccounted for by classical physics. A light leap of the electron activates receptors, forming the invisible foundation of the complex act of sensing. When you think of it, every breath holds a play of invisible particles and energies, transforming molecular chaos into conscious perception. From dew on the leaves to the scent of rain and forest. These moments are subtle, almost magical quantum journeys that unfold inside us with every inhale. One of the most influential voices in spreading and advancing the understanding of quantum biology belongs to British physicist Jim Al-Khalili. Born in Iraq in the early 1970s, he traversed various cultures, fueling his curiosity about the mysteries of the universe. Today, Al-Khalili is a professor at the University of Surrey, an author of numerous best-selling science books and captivating lectures. He persuasively demonstrates that quantum phenomena often emerge in biology, from superposition in photosynthesis to enigmatic processes in the cell cytoplasm, and even in the neural networks of the brain. In his words, quantum biology is the bridge between the physics of the smallest particles and the rich diversity of life. One of the most striking quantum phenomena is photosynthesis, the fundamental process of turning light into energy. John Moore of Cambridge University conducted ultra-fast laser experiments, during which the energy of a photon was observed in superposition, spreading simultaneously along multiple possible paths. This means that as light energy passes through the structures of chlorophyll complexes, it tests various routes at once, selecting the most efficient one for transport. This explains the extraordinarily high efficiency of photosynthesis, a level current artificial devices cannot achieve. It turns out that photosynthesis is one of the most vivid examples of quantum magic. What is remarkable is that this natural quantum search occurs at ordinary temperatures. Surprising physicists, who long believed quantum effects in biology could exist only at near absolute zero conditions. This shows that quantum effects survive at body temperature and within the noisy, warm environment of living organisms, where classical physics supposedly should dominate. But quantum phenomena are not confined to plants. A glance at the nervous system and consciousness reveals new mysteries. Roger Penrose, an outstanding mathematician and physicist, recognized worldwide for his research in cosmology and quantum mechanics, extended his studies of quantum gravity into biological systems. Together with Stuart Hameroff, an anesthesiologist and neurophysiologist, he proposed the orchestrated objective reduction model. According to it, microtubules inside neurons sustain quantum coherent states, which form the very basis of consciousness. These microtubules have been studied using molecular analysis and quantum biophysics techniques, revealing unusual features of coherence preserved despite the brain's thermal fluctuations. This theory helps explain why consciousness is both a material phenomenon and something almost irrational. It suggests that brain microtubules maintain quantum coherence, which underlies the complex, flexible, and layered nature of thought. Coherent quantum states are those in which particles, electrons or photons for instance, move in such perfect sync as if acting together in unison. Penrose's theory challenges widespread materialist views of consciousness, proposing instead that quantum effects play a key role in shaping our inner world. Such ideas, at the crossroads of neuroscience, quantum physics, and philosophy of mind, have sparked fierce debates and deep fascination. And yet, it is precisely these breakthroughs that may bring us closer to understanding how thought, awareness, and perception connect to the fabric of universal laws. In other words, consciousness is not merely the activity of networks of neurons, but the outcome of quantum phenomena within microtubules of the brain. These processes give rise to moments of awareness and unusual qualities of thought, because quantum states can preserve multiple simultaneous possibilities before choosing one, resembling decision-making itself. Think of real life. When a person solves a complex problem or invents a creative solution, the brain uses not only electrical impulses, but deep quantum computations. And it is quantum processes that enable sudden flashes of insight, inspiration, or the leap of creativity, when understanding arises all at once. Thus, spontaneous ideas, freedom of choice, and creative intuition may well be the result of transitions of quantum states in the microtubules of the brain into definite states of awareness. You may ask, can thoughts be transmitted at a distance? For now, we must admit there is no scientific evidence that insights or sudden ideas can be directly sent from one brain to another over long distances using quantum brain effects alone. Still, both scientific and popular discussions have explored the hypothesis of quantum entanglement, when particles, separated by vast distances, remain mysteriously linked. Some theories in quantum psychology and collective consciousness suggest that people deeply tied emotionally or intellectually may form special connections. This might appear as thought coincidences, synchronous insights, or aligned emotional reactions, even when people are far apart. Such effects are described as intuitive connectivity, or even collective intuition. Some researchers associate them with non-locality, a property of entangled systems that swap states instantly, though direct thought transfer has not yet been demonstrated. Sometimes close people share synchronous ideas or creative solutions, making it feel as though a thought has jumped across space. But current data suggest this is more the result of emotional cognitive closeness, not a proven quantum transmission of inspiration. Perhaps future discoveries await us here. Thus, the quantum world turns out to be inseparable from life, woven into every process, every organ, and every thought of every living being. When we contemplate life, it is difficult to imagine how closely it is linked to the most fundamental level of matter. Each cell is an incredibly complex biochemical system, where everything inside is regulated not just by chemical reactions, but by astonishing quantum phenomena once thought impossible in living organisms. Sarah Gavin, a professor at MIT, studies proton tunneling phenomena in DNA molecules. Her team demonstrated that proton tunneling is a key factor in mutations, the very mutations that open doors to evolutionary diversity. Using quantum chemical modeling and spectroscopy, Gavin showed that proton tunneling alters the chemical structure of nucleotides, rearranging the letters of the genetic code. In this light, DNA appears not as a static archive, but as a dynamic quantum system with many potential states. These mutations are not mere random errors, but a natural part of quantum dynamics, providing life with flexibility and the ability to evolve. The discovery of this mechanism reaffirmed that heredity is not a mechanical copy, but a living, changing quantum process. Yulia Fisher, a notable biophysicist and popular science author, calls DNA a living quantum archive, intertwining probabilities of present and future with quantum principles permeating the depths of heredity. Responsible for life and adaptability, quantum processes manifest directly in the genetic material itself. Expansion of quantum biological research led to new findings in the living world. Another astonishing quantum story involves bird migration. Studying biomagnetism, Austrian physicist Joseph Geiger focused on cryptochrome proteins located in birds' eyes. Using magnetic spectrometers and quantum sensors, he and colleagues recorded that pairs of electron spins in these molecules exist in a quantum superposition state. This state enables birds to sense Earth's magnetic field, granting them incredible precision in navigating thousands of kilometers during migration. This fundamental biophysical quantum mechanism, emerging through biological complexity, continues to amaze researchers with its extraordinary adaptability and efficiency. Such examples show that quantum biology is not exotic, but a key to understanding the most fundamental processes shaping life in all its diversity. From microscopic electron jumps to global migrations, the amazing quantum world underlies it all, still largely mysterious. Today, researchers use ultra-fast lasers, quantum spectroscopy, cryo-electron microscopy, and advanced computational models. Thanks to these technologies, scientists literally peek inside the quantum kitchen of living organisms, uncovering secrets previously inaccessible. This remarkable path, blending natural science, philosophy, and art, gives us a chance to see life not just as chemistry, but as a complex quantum phenomenon woven into the fabric of the universe. If this science inspires you, support the channel by subscribing and liking, and share your curiosities or questions in the comments. In science, as in life, curiosity is the main driver of progress. Living cells turn out to be far more perfect quantum systems than previously imagined. Theoretical physicist Philip Curian from Howard University in Washington amazed the scientific community in 2024 by publishing results proving that proteins in living organisms exhibit quantum superradiance. This means biological structures in cells can process vast amounts of information using quantum processes at speeds billions of times faster than classical biochemistry. Quantum superradiance in cell proteins leads to collective molecular interactions, enabling information processing at rates around 10 trillion operations per second. This is about 1 billion times faster than nerve impulses, traditionally thought to be the key to information processing in living beings. The amino acid tryptophan plays a crucial role here, absorbing ultraviolet light and cooperating with other tryptophan residues in proteins to create quantum communication channels. Such structures, like cytoskeleton microtubules, form complex networks where photon and electron waves interact, maintaining coherence despite heat and biological noise. Protein molecules do not show chaotic behavior as one might expect in a warm, noisy biological environment. Instead, they operate as coordinated quantum objects, with tryptophan playing a key coordinating role. It absorbs UV light and re-emits it coherently, confirmed by spectroscopy experiments and quantum information theory. This discovery shows that quantum computing in life is not an exception, but a rule built into the natural architecture of cells, from single-celled organisms to complex animals. Living matter clearly surpasses current artificial quantum technologies in performance and elegance. This phenomenon explains the efficiency of biological processes such as signal transmission and cellular coordination, and opens possibilities for biomimetic quantum technologies. For the first time, nature demonstrates how quantum computing and information happen simultaneously in hundreds of thousands of living cells. Another impressive direction is research into quantum proton transfer led by an Israeli group under Nama Goren. In a series of experiments, magnetic and electron spin states affected proton mobility within protein structures. It was found that activating electrons with special spin states significantly increases proton movement through biomolecules, indicating a close link between quantum filters and biochemical processes. Studying these mechanisms opens prospects for a new generation of biomimetic nanotechnologies capable of regulating energy and information at the cellular level with extraordinary precision. In medicine, this could lead to quantum-controlled drugs or personalized therapies. Recent achievements allow scientists to suggest that quantum biology will pave the way for highly efficient biosensors and diagnostic methods usable directly in living cells. In Chicago, researchers recently demonstrated the possibility of turning a fluorescent protein found in marine organisms into a biological qubit, a quantum information unit. This protein was introduced into bacterial and human cells. Then, using laser-based confocal microscopy, scientists managed to control and record electron spin states inside the protein. They succeeded in creating and maintaining metastable quantum states, a foundation for quantum computing within living environments. This unique achievement will help reveal complex biochemical reactions at the molecular level, such as protein folding or drug interactions with cells, making diagnosis and therapy as precise and personalized as possible. Interestingly, processes observed in cells point to much deeper connections between quantum physics and evolution. Professor Majid Shergi from Switzerland emphasizes that if bacteria and plants use quantum principles, biology moves to a new level of understanding, linking it with cosmology and theories of life's origins. Quantum information processing requires ultra-precise interactions of particles and states reflected in astonishing evolutionary adaptations. One of the most unusual research areas is the study of ultra-fast quantum superradiance in protein structures like microtubules in the cytoskeleton, which ensure lightning-fast coordination inside the cellular world. Even more intriguing is the idea that not only neurons but cells and their components themselves can perform computations on a quantum level. This challenges classical neurobiological models, which consider neurons the sole data processing elements. Neurons, of course, play a key role, but cellular-level interactions represent a much more powerful structure, reaching gigantic information processing speeds compared to traditional biochemical processes. In this context, the Penrose-Hameroff theory of consciousness gains additional support. If microtubules truly offer quantum pathways for computational activity, then awareness, perception, and thought turn out to be multi-layered quantum phenomena governed not only by classical excitations, but also by quantum collapses and entanglements. Why is all this important? Understanding that life and consciousness rely on quantum effects changes approaches to medicine, genetics, biotechnology, and even philosophy. It opens the way for new technologies based on biomolecules and quantum phenomena that will surpass current analogues. Modern research methods, femtosecond resolution spectroscopy, quantum computer modeling, and cryo-electron microscopy enable direct observation of quantum phenomena alive, not abstractly but in real cells and tissues. For example, researchers can see how electrons jump from one state to another along quantum paths, while proteins and enzymes optimize their reactions following the laws of the microworld. While quantum computers in laboratories operate near absolute zero temperature, living organisms have been conducting complex quantum operations in warm, chaotic environments for billions of years, proving the resilience and universality of quantum laws. At the same time, this brings science closer to understanding the origin of life and its preservation mechanisms. If bacteria and plants use quantum computing and ultra-fast signals, then life's origin is tied to quantum physics as much as to chemistry and biology. These discoveries influence the search for extraterrestrial life. Now scientists consider biosignatures accounting for quantum processes and the possibility of living systems operating with quantum coherence at relatively high temperatures. Finally, It is worth saying that quantum biology is not just a pseudo-scientific idea, but a dynamically evolving field firmly integrated into modern research. Its foundations are laid by dozens of scientists worldwide. Lynn Matthews, Jim Al-Khalili, John Moore, Sarah Gavin, Roger Penrose, and Stuart Hameroff, Joseph Geiger, Philip Curian, and many others. The path from understanding simple reactions to recognizing the quantum essence of life is just beginning. Ahead lie amazing discoveries and technologies that will transform biology, medicine, and philosophy. If these stories awaken curiosity and a desire to learn more, please support this channel by liking and subscribing so we can explore deeper into the quantum mystery of life together. Quantum biology is a remarkable realm where science meets the mysteries of life and the universe. In the new decade, 2025, it is undergoing a true revolution, drawing in key results that change our understanding of living systems and their inner workings. Studying these mechanisms opens prospects for a new generation of biomimetic nanotechnologies, able to manage energy and information at the cellular level with exceptional precision. In medicine, this may lead to quantum-controlled drugs or personalized treatment methods. That is why research groups worldwide pay attention not only to developing quantum biophysics, but also to a new philosophy of life, crystallizing principles of matter, information, and consciousness interaction through the lens of quantum mechanics. This fundamentally changes approaches to medicine, biotechnology, and understanding human experience. In 2025, quantum science received priority status, as highlighted by the UN Declaration of the International Year of Quantum Science and Technology. This global initiative marks the centenary of quantum mechanics' birth and aims to promote education, technological development, and international collaboration in this field. This decision emphasizes the significance of breakthroughs where biology and quantum technologies unite, creating conditions for innovation in medicine, energy, and communications. Today, quantum biology is not just a beautiful theory, it is a bridge to the future, where we will be able to manipulate living systems at the atomic level, cure diseases with unprecedented efficiency, create biocybernetic devices, and unlock the mysteries of consciousness, its origins, and evolution. The quantum world is not a dangerous enigma, but the key to understanding ourselves and all living things. Every new sensation, every movement, every thought is formed through this invisible yet powerful layer of reality. Support our project by subscribing and liking. Share your thoughts and ideas in the comments. Together, we will uncover all the secrets of quantum existence and life, which turns out to be much deeper and more beautiful than imagined.